He wasn't a member of a gang. And then they looked, and on his knuckles, he had MS-13.
There's a dispute
over that. Wait a minute. He had MS-13 on his knuckles tattooed.
Oh, he had some tattoos that are interpreted that way. But let's move on.
Wait a minute. Hey, Terry.
He did not have the letter MS-13.
It says MS-13.
That was Photoshopped. So let me
That was Photoshopped. Terry, you can't do that. Hey, they're giving you the big break of a lifetime. You know, you're doing the interview. I picked you because, frankly, I never heard of you, but that's okay. I picked you, Terry. But you're not being very nice. He had MS-13 tattooed.
We'll agree to disagree. I want to move on to something else.
Terry, do you want me to show you the picture?
I saw the picture.
And you think it was Photoshopped? Well,
here we go.
Don't Photoshop it. Go look at his hand. He had MS-13.
He did have tattoos that can be interpreted that way. I'm not an expert on them. I want to turn to Ukraine.
No.
The actual letter M, the actual letter S, the actual number 1, the actual number 3 are not on the actual picture of the one they reported that shows some hands with symbols. The picture that they reported with the symbols were just symbols. A marijuana leaf signifying M, a smiley face for S, and then I can't remember the one, and then a skull that's supposed to be for a 3, symbolize a 3 or something. The actual MS-13, somebody photoshopped into that. That's what the journalist is trying to explain to Trump. Trump's not understanding that part. Because I don't know if Trump actually saw that picture. And this is what I don't like about this picture situation of the hands. Because, one, we don't even know whose hands that is. How do we, the American people, know for 100% that it belongs to Garcia? We don't. We're going off of what our government is telling the people. Hey, these are his hands. And let's continue watching because there's something else that I caught today.
You may have seen recently an FBI assessment that was unclassified that said that the Maduro regime is using and planning to use trained Aragua terrorists to carry out assassination plots on American soil. Now, very few in this room covered that. I'll let you all ask yourselves why you didn't cover it and why your editors didn't assign that story to you. That's something I think you should think about on your own. But this is a earth-shattering piece of news. The Biden administration imported the terrorist army that our own FBI assesses is planning assassination strikes on American soil against critics of the Maduro regime. Those are the terrorists that President Trump is finding and apprehending that our Democrat judges and Democrat activists are trying to keep on U.S. soil. Trained Aragua has the same legal status as Al-Qaeda and ISIS. MS-13 has the same legal status as Al-Qaeda and ISIS. These are foreign terrorists operating on our soil. And our gratitude to El Salvador for agreeing to take custody of these terrorists is immense. With respect to the case that you mentioned, there's now even been more evidence that has been made public of this person's violent, repeated threats and assaults against his spouse. Someone who had repeated, documented human trafficking and human smuggling offenses. Somebody that has extensively documented membership in MS-13, a terrorist organization, and of course he had MS-13 tattooed on his knuckles. This is a person that was a clear and present danger to the safety of the American people. And it is a sad reflection on the state of our media and many of the outlets represented in this room that you obsessively try to shill for this MS-13 terrorist. Well, no coverage occurred in your papers about any of the Americans that were raped and tortured and murdered by the illegals that Biden was importing into our country. You know, you talk about due process. The Biden administration made the decision to give extensive due process to 2 trained Aragua terrorists that were apprehended at the border just a couple years ago. They were 2 gentlemen. They were from Venezuela. They were members of trained Aragua. The Biden administration Border Patrol apprehended them and made the decision to provide them with extensive due process, put them onto a program known as supervised release, and put them on ankle monitors so that they could go through a lengthy, legal, judicial determination as to whether these legal aliens who had just set foot on U.S. soil might want to live in the United States for the rest of their lives. What was the result of that decision? What was the result of that choice that was made? Those two men kidnapped a young girl named Jocelyn Ungary from her family. They beat her, they sexually assaulted her, they tortured her, they stripped her, they murdered her, and they dumped her body. That is what the Biden administration's policy was. Most of your papers never covered her story when it happened. To the extent that you covered it at all, it was because President Trump forced you to cover it by highlighting it repeatedly over and over again. He had to shame you into covering it. And each and every one of you that sides over and over again with these MS-13 terrorists, to the extent that you have the financial means to do so, you all choose to live in condos or homes or houses as far away from these kinds of gangbangers as you possibly can. If I offered any one of you a rent-free home with no taxes to pay in any of these gang neighborhoods, and I said your neighbors are MS-13 terrorists or Mexican mafia or Sinaloa cartel or Tren de Aragua, I couldn't pay you to live there. But yet you, with your coverage, are trying to force innocent Americans to have these people as their neighbors, and that one day their daughter may be abducted from their home and raped and murdered. So you're not going to get an ounce of sympathy from this administration or President Trump for the terrorists who've invaded our homes and our country.
This is the one that they're defending. The Tennessee Highway Patrol releasing body cam video of their 2022, 3 years ago, encounter with the alleged MS-13 gang member Kilmar Abrego Garcia.
Madeline Rivera joins us live with the details. Good morning, Madeline.
Good morning, guys. Tennessee Highway Patrol troopers pulled Kilmar Abrego Garcia over for speeding in November 2022. There were 8 other people in the car. Abrego Garcia told authorities they were traveling from Houston to Maryland for construction work, but there was no luggage in the car and they all gave the same home address as Abrego Garcia, which led police to believe that this was a human trafficking incident. Abrego Garcia, however, was not charged. Here's part of that interaction.
Okay, guys, they did release the other video that's a little bit longer than this one. I'll play it. I have some questions because initially the administration and everybody, and from what I've read online, digging more deep into this about these tattoos on his hands, supposedly they were in 2018, 2019. This video was captured in 2022, and I was paying attention to this man's hands almost the entire time. I cannot see any markings on his hands. Now, maybe I misread somewhere along the line. Maybe he got the tattoos after 2022, but I don't know. But from what I see in this video that shows 2022, there are no markings on his hands to signify anything MS-13 or anything. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below if you see something. And if you do a screenshot of this video showing it. I mean, I don't see it.
How are you?
Good, and you?
All right.
Everything good?
You got a bunch of people in here, don't you?
It's 1 for 6. Yes. Go back to work.
Gotcha. Where are you working at?
Where?
Where?
San Luis, Missouri.
Missouri?
see it.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I'm from to Maryland.
Okay. Now the reason I stopped you, we was running 75 down through here.
75?
Yeah. Of course, this is 65 through here.
I know. I'm going to 70.
Going 70?
Yeah. What's the limit right now? Is 70 or 65?
It's 65.
I can see it, sir.
You got all your
Because
info?
I see the other, the speed limit. I see the training.
Yeah, it jumps up and down.
My bad. Yeah, my bad. Give me my license.
Yeah, your driver's license, your registration, and your proof of insurance.
Oh my God. Okay, sure.
Do what?
The problem with my license right now is expired, right?
It's suspended?
Suspended because I have my permanent employment. So like 2 years experience, so I need. So right now I waiting the paper for migration. For I go to the MBA. So you know. That car no is mine, so it's to my boss.
So the passenger in this vehicle here is looking straight ahead. That's, to me, that would be a little suspicious, a little bit. Like, this person is frozen. I can understand, you know, just like looking around, at least look at the officer once. The moment this video started, I didn't see this person move an inch. That's interesting to me. Can't see the people in the back, so can't say anything about that, but him fidgeting a lot, you know something's up here. Something's up. It took him a while to say, oh yeah, my license is suspended. So what were you looking for? I mean, you were hoping the insurance that you're not going to find or the registration you're not going to find. I mean, you can tell Garcia is very nervous in this moment, and I don't like the officer. The officer needs to put more pressure into figuring out what's going on here. I don't really see or hear anything from the officer.
Where do y'all live at?
Where I live? I live in Maryland.
Maryland?
Yeah, Oxon.
Whose vehicle is it?
What, excuse me?
Whose car is it?
It's to my boss.
Your boss?
My boss, yeah.
Where's he live? Where's your boss live?
My boss right now is staying in Maryland, but he lives in Texas.
Okay.
In Houston, Texas.
Have you got the proof of insurance?
Yeah, I don't know where it's put it. My boss. Let me call.
So where are you guys coming from right now? Where are you coming from?
From San Luis. So I work in San Luis. So right now, finish. That place finished. So I go back to the house in Maryland. Next week, I go make it tonight the other project.
I thought you was going to Missouri.
The next project, I told you, the next project next week is everybody going to Niceville. The next project, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
What do y'all do?
Huh?
What kind of work is it?
It's construction, like remoderation, painting, drywall, everything like that.
Does anybody else have a driver's license?
Driver license?
Yeah.
No,
Nobody?
Only me, so it's there for real.
Can you find your insurance?
Si pueden buscar la insurance. You say?
Your insurance, can you find it?
I call my boss because I don't know where put the car.
Okay. I'm gonna go back here and run your license and stuff real quick, okay? I'll be right back. How dark are your windows?
Huh?
How dark's the back windows?
Window?
Stand by. How dark are they?
The color.
Yeah.
From Texas is good.
How many rolls have you got in here? 4?
Where?
I don't like this officer. He's asking a lot of dumbass questions. If he said he's gonna go run his license, I thought he didn't have his license, and I don't like how they cut that. They should have left it in the video, showing him at least running it through dispatch, seeing what came back. Is it suspended like Garcia said it was? If it's suspended and nobody else has a driver's license, they got to tow this vehicle. Everybody get out of the vehicle. Everybody needs to step out.
4 seats? 4 rows of seats?
Yeah, it's 3 seats. Yeah, with him. Yeah.
Did y'all put an extra one in?
Huh?
Did y'all put another one in?
No.
They come like this?
He's the truck.
I've never seen one with that many seats in it.
Do you, Ramon? What you say? He's my boss.
I said I've never seen one with that many seats
Oh,
in
really?
it. Yeah. That's why I was asking if you'd put an extra one in.
No, it's the same.
Look at his hands. I don't see anything on this hand, and I mean, we've seen the other hand too. I don't see any markings at all. And they said that these tattoos were from 2019. Did he take them? Did he get and take them off? I mean, you would be able to clearly see if there used to be tattoos.
Like this.
Okay.
You know what you got, right? You know what you got here, right?
No.
He's hauling these people for money, is what he's doing. But sometimes they commingle dope.
No. But
He,
I see y'all squatted in the back.
there's 8 people in there.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know that. They put an extra row of seats in there.
Yeah. So he's getting paid to haul these people, probably to Maryland, I would say, if I had my.
And that's basically the end of the video. I don't like this because what happened? Did they take him all out of the vehicle? Did he get arrested? Did they get arrested? Like, what happened? This is what just got sent out this morning on this situation. There needs to be more information on what happened on this traffic stop. I know a lot. I read a lot of the comments, and there are so many people that are furious with this situation, that the cops didn't do a good job, and I totally agree. They didn't do a good job, especially the main officer. I mean, this guy, he's like, you know what's going on here? He's like, no, what's going on? The trooper doesn't know what the hell is going on, and he was the one that made contact. He is not a good. He needs to be taken off the road. He's done, because clearly, if you don't have your driver's license, insurance registration, whatever, and he admits that it was suspended, that's it. I mean, run his name, if he's not in the system, I mean, you got to investigate. I don't like that they didn't show the rest of it and what happened. And the administration, the Trump administration, they're pushing on these tattoos. I know there's other things that they're saying. Garcia is connected with MS-13, not just by these tattoos. They're saying a Bulls, Chicago Bulls hat. They're saying that, man, his wife with the restraining order, I mean, she came out and said, yes, there was a situation where I had to put a restraining order, and, we actually worked it out. Things, are better now. We are in a healthy relationship. Something along those lines she said, and has already said recently to the public, to the media. But that still doesn't say anything. And I know on one of the videos, at the end, the wife says, we need him to come back home. She used the word need. I'm very, try to pay attention very closely to what people say. And when you're saying the word need, that means you're dependent on this person. Now, if she would have said, we want him back because we want him here. Want and need are two different things. So for her to say we need him back, they're dependent on him. This is why they're pushing for everything to try to get him back, regardless of saying anything about his criminal record. From what we have been told by our government, he is from El Salvador. He is an El Salvador citizen. And because he supposedly got accidentally deported, and Trump declared MS-13 as a terrorist organization like ISIS, there is no way to bring him back to the country by the law that's written. So this is why President Trump and El Salvador's president said, no, we can't bring him back. He's going to be staying there now. There's no way he's ever coming back to the United States. So let's follow up and see what's going to happen with this, because this is what's causing, some citizens in this country to have a huge question mark. And with this video coming out, and just me witnessing, not seeing some tattoos on his hands, makes people question. I mean, it makes me question, okay, is this something that was stretched or is a lie from our government? You guys are showing us a piece of paper with the picture of two hands. I mean, zoom out of the damn picture and show the man's face that shows the MS-13 symbols. There was one picture that I did see online where it shows the wife, him hugging his wife, and you could see visibly he has symbols. Doesn't show MS-13, it just shows the symbols that the government and people are saying that it's linked to MS-13. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like and subscribe, I would appreciate it. Till next time, peace out, everybody.